Now it's time to wash your hands. Preparation time is very important for food safety, and so you must follow the steps very carefully.
It is important to be careful when you remove food from the fridge. Do not remove all ingredients at the same time, especially if there is perishable food. This food needs to be in the fridge for as long as possible.
Be very careful when defrosting, because if you're not careful, contamination will happen. It is important to defrost food properly. Do not keep the product out of the fridge for more than 2 hours when you're defrosting, and use this defrosted food immediately.
Here are some tips on how to defrost fish, meat, and poultry. These foods can be defrosted in a refrigerator, microwave, and plastic container, or even as part of the process in a cooking container. In a refrigerator, the temperature must be 0 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius. When food is used straight away in cooking, the microwave can be used to defrost. Defrosting can also be done using warm water in a plastic container. This container must be properly cleaned and sealed. Food can also be defrosted straight away through cooking.
Remember that you must not defrost products at room temperature, such as in the kitchen sink. This takes a long time and brings bacteria to food. You must also remove moisture from the meat because this moisture affects the taste.
And do not forget, defrosted food cannot be frozen again.
Washing. It is important to finish washing all vegetables because they can have dirt or leftover pesticides. Always use water to wash ingredients and never wash them in the sink that is used for hand washing. For proper cleaning, you need to follow this procedure step by step. Use a knife to remove all old and damaged leaves. Wash leaf by leaf in the water. Use a brush to remove dirt. Throw away the damaged leaves and those that were not clean even after washing. Let the leaves soak in a chloride solution for at least 15 minutes. The chlorinated solution must be made using 1 spoonful or 10 milliliters of sodium hypochlorite solution with a 2 to 2.5% concentration and diluted in 1 liter of water. You can also choose to use 1% sodium hypochlorite, and in this case, the dilution must be 20 milliliters or 2 tablespoons in 1 liter of water. Finally, rinse with running water. Dry straight away so that the leaves do not get damaged.
Generally, the products are cut before being baked and cooked. Here are some cutting tips. Use different cutting boards and knives for different products. Use plastic cutting boards, not wooden cutting boards. This is because bacteria can grow in the wood. When you have finished cutting, wash the cutting board and knife straight after. Make sure the boards are completely dry before storing or reusing them. Stop cross-contamination in your kitchen by using colored utensils marked with tags. Follow color categories like these. Raw meat, use red plank. Fish and seafood, use blue board. To cut fruits and vegetables, use green board. To cut poultry, use yellow board. For roast meat and sausages, use brown color. To cut cheese and breads, use white board.
Temperature is the most important part when it comes to heating food. Raw food must be properly cooked to kill microorganisms and destroy danger in food.
Most microorganisms can survive up to 70 degrees Celsius. When cooking food at a higher temperature, the microorganisms die, so we must make sure we follow this rule. Heat until the temperature reaches 74 degrees Celsius at the center of food, or cook for 2 minutes at 70 degrees Celsius or 65 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes.
If you do this, you can make sure microorganisms in food are all destroyed. Then remember to check the core temperature of the meal before serving.
Some meat and fish are eaten raw or undercooked, for example, steak. Dishes must be fully cooked on the outside to make sure that the bacteria are killed. If serving cold, remove them from the refrigerator only just before serving. Never heat fat or frying oil at a temperature higher than 180 degrees Celsius, except oils that allow a higher temperature. Filter the fat and the oil like normal and remove all food scraps. Oil and fat must be changed when there's a strong smell or taste, they are dark brown or black color, they begin to smoke, they turn into something like syrup, there is foam on the food after adding, the amount used is lower than the minimum level of the pot or utensil that it is frying in. Fries and other dishes fail to stay crispy. Always remember to observe if the fat and oil is good. Here is a tip. There are test strips that measure the right quality of the oil. You can use these.
At very high temperatures, for example from 350 degrees Celsius, the inner layer of pans can become loose, and this means they start to release vapors that are dangerous to health. When cooking at these temperatures, it is best to use a non-stick pan without a layer.